want to speak with a very beautiful American accent, improve your pronunciation, and talk like a native American? Then watch this video to the very end.
Do you want to speak with a very beautiful American accent? Improve your pronunciation and talk like a native American? Then watch this video to the very end. Hello, my name is Mehdi from Piece of Cake English, and in this lesson, I'm going to teach you 10 techniques that native Americans use when they are speaking in English. In this way, you can improve your accent and pronunciation as well as your listening. As this is pronunciation and accent lesson, I'm gonna raise the microphone closer to my mouth so that you can hear me in a very clear way. Alright, let's get to the first technique. When you want to respond to the question, how are you? You can say, I'm fine, thank you, or fine, thanks. But you can also say, I'm alright. I'm alright, but is this the way native American people speak? No, they don't say I'm alright. So what do they say? Instead of all, they say oh. So we have alright. Alright. Not alright, but alright. So how are you? I'm alright. I'm alright. How are you? I'm alright. The second technique about the pronunciation of couldn't and shouldn't. Now, do native people say couldn't, I couldn't do it, or I shouldn't do it? No, when they are speaking fast, instead of couldn't and shouldn't, they say something else. But what did they say now? Instead of saying couldn't, remove the D and say couldn't. 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 Instead of shouldn't, remove the D and say shouldn't. 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 Couldn't. Shouldn't. Couldn't. Shouldn't. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. Or I shouldn't talk to you. I shouldn't talk to you. I shouldn't talk to you. Or another example, why couldn't you call me? 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 Or you shouldn't eat so much. You shouldn't eat so much. You shouldn't eat so much. So the next is was. Was. How do native speakers pronounce the word was? Was. Well, they don't say wash. They say was. 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 Not was, but was. For example, I was so busy last night. I was so busy last night. Instead of wash, say was. I was so busy last night. So another example, I was just joking. A native speaker will say, I was just joking. I was just joking. Look at this word. Another example is gotcha. 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 But what does it mean? This is something that native speakers use a lot. Gotcha. Gotcha is the short form of got you. But what does it mean? It has two meanings. One, I understand what you were saying. Got you, gotcha. Or like, don't be late, gotcha. Don't be late, gotcha. It means don't be late. Okay, I understand what you're saying, gotcha. The second meaning of gotcha means you cannot escape. It's like a police trying to catch a criminal. The criminal goes into a dead-end street, and then the police says, you can't escape, now gotcha. Like that. Gotcha, it means we got you, there is no escape from us. What about you? Can you make a sentence using gotcha? Try it and leave a comment. Next tip is about saying is he or is she. In a question form, look at this sentence. We should say easy, easy. Is she? Easy. Like, is she coming to the party? Is he coming to the party? Is he coming to the party? Or look at this one. Is she alright? Is she alright? Well, instead of alright, you should say alright. Alright, not alright. Instead of is she a Native American, would say is she? Is she? Is she? Not is she? Is she? Is she? Is she alright? Is she alright? Is he alright? Is he alright? So easy for is he? Is she for is she? Is he coming to the party? Is she alright? The next tip is about the word probably. How do you say it probably? I will probably move to another city. Do native speakers say I would probably? Native speaker would remove the second B, and instead of probably they say probably, 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 probably. He probably wants to talk to you. He probably wants to talk to you. He probably wants to talk to you. Say it fast. He probably wants to talk to you. He probably wants to talk to you. He probably wants to talk to you. Or I probably have to go right now. 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 This is also true for the negative form. It's like somebody invites you to a party and then says, hey Jack, do you want to come to the party? And I say, probably not, probably not, probably not, not, probably not, probably not, probably not. Next word, which is very challenging to pronounce, is this one. How do you say it? Little, 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 little. Which one? Well, native speakers say little, little. Instead of saying it's a little hard, they say it's a little hard. It's a little hard. Sometimes when they speak really fast, they don't even say the, and they say little, little. It's a little hard. It's a little hard. It's a little hard. Or it's a little cold in here. You can say it's a little cold in here. It's a little cold in here. Or if you're speaking really fast, you can say it's a little cold in here. It's a little cold in here. So instead of little, native speaker says little or little. It's a little cold. It's a little cold. So another example, like I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired. There are many questions that begin with what was. How do native speakers pronounce it? Instead of wash, we've learned that they say was. Instead of what, they remove the T and say what was. So instead of what wash, they say what was. So what was he doing? What was he doing? What was he doing? What was he doing? What was? Say it with me. What was? What was that? What was that? What was he talking about? What was he talking about? What was he talking about? And one extra point I want to tell you, how do you pronounce the word W? Well, it's not V. Look at my lips. It's not V. You pronounce it with your lips, not with your teeth and lips. So you say V, V, not V. Now, this is a window, but this is a vase. Vase. Window, vase. Window, you pronounce the W with your lips. Window.
This is true for what and was. What was he doing? The next one is I would. I would like to order something. Now, do native speakers say I would like to? No. They use contractions and say I'd like to order something. But is it true? No, they don't say I'd either. They say I'd. So, instead of I would, you can say I'd. I would like to see him. I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him. I would think about it. I'd think about it. I'd think about it. I'd think about it. I would have to go. I'd have to go. I'd have to go. I'd have to go. I'd have to go.